Hi guys, my name is Ade. If you do not already know, my name is Beautiful Ade. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, like I said, my name is Ade. Okay. I film about faith, motherhood and lifestyle. I enjoy what I do a lot, so please stay tuned to this channel. Comment, subscribe, like. Okay. Yeah, okay, in today's video I'm going to be doing a story time. Look guys, it's been a long time since I sat down to do a story time. So this story time is about when how I lost my care job that I loved so much. I'm going to be telling you all that happened, all the juicy stuff that happened. If it's something you're interested in, please do not go anywhere. I'm so excited to share this. It's hilarious and funny and sad at the same time. Okay, just stay tuned. Okay. Welcome back. Okay, so let me take it back. So yeah, when I got into the UK, I first of all, so that's what I'm going to, so the first thing I'm going to be saying is that, the first advice I'm going to be giving you, if you're a new UK immigrant, do not rush off to say, oh, I just want to start working, no. Try and, the primary and the main purpose of you being in the UK is probably because you're, of studies. You're maybe doing your masters, or or you're there for one educational pursuit or the other. So this is mostly targeted at international students, not targeted at people that have come to actually work and get some pounds. Okay. So if you're an international student, yes, you can work, but please let your education be your utmost priority. Okay, let it how do I say this, like, familiarize yourself with, by the, what's it called now, referencing styles, by the way they deliver assignments, by a lot of things that has to do with your education before you jump onto looking for a job. Anyway, that aside, okay, let me go back to the main gist now. Okay, so after I familiarized myself with everything from referencing to how I can borrow a book from the library, to knowing my classmates or my classmates, to my lecturers, to all of those things, it was time for me to get a job. Okay. So I started looking for a job, and guess what guys, it wasn't coming. And I was just getting tense. I was getting frustrated, like, okay, why is it not coming? Like, where are the pounds? I want to spend my pounds. Why is the job not coming? Like, it was just getting frustrating day by day. Anyway, so I remember that I used to check, I don't know what it is now, but back then it was called UTEMS. So I don't know if they still exist. So UTEMS is basically like temporary jobs for university students. So I want to believe that every university have UTEMS, or my university had UTEMS. Okay, and you just go on there, look for temporary jobs for students, and so it's basically something that you probably do for like 2 days or 2 weeks or a day. So they might just post on there to say, we need somebody to work on so and so for maybe 20 hours, or so and so for 2 days or 2 weeks, things like that. So it was not really something that was ongoing as such. Okay, so anyway, so the first job I ever did in the UK was open day assistant. So basically what I was doing with other people that I worked with was basically, when you come into the university as a freshman, or no, wait, sorry, not a freshman, as a prospective student, so we're just pointing, oh, that's where the library is, or just go straight and turn to your left, that's where the library is. So basically giving people directions. So that was my very first job that I did in the UK. And I remember that I was paid £100. Like, pounds is very sweet to spend though. But then you work hard for it. Anyway, so that was the very first job I did. So I did that for 2 weekends. So the next job I did after then was, I think it was an IT, so that's my background. Okay, so it was an IT support assistant. So I did that for, I think, about like 2 weeks or a number of days. I really can't remember very well. And that went, and then it was time to get like a stable temporary job for myself. Okay, and I kept on searching and searching and searching and searching and searching, and it wasn't coming. Like I said, it was getting even more frustrating every day, because I'm like, okay, what is it that I'm not doing properly? Like, I had people review my CV over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, so anyway, eventually I spoke with somebody. So if you watched my video on where I spoke about do these things to, you know, get a job quickly as a new immigrant in the UK, I'm gonna have a link in the description box. I said there for that you should connect with people. So definitely I connected with people. Okay, so I connected with somebody who was already doing a healthcare assistant job, and the person took me to the agency. Again, remember I said in that video that go around your town center, like there are loads and loads of agencies that are ready to give out jobs. So I went to the so she took me to the agency, and I think I paid for something. I can't remember what I paid for. I paid for something. I think wasn't an application form, but I think it was a DBS. It's called Disclosure Barrier Service. So it's basically something you pay for them to like do like a background check on you. So if you must do like jobs such as childcare, anything that has to do with childcare, minding, daycare, you know, looking after children, looking after vulnerable adults, doing healthcare assistant jobs, working at the hospitals, you definitely have to do a DBS. Okay, they have to run a background check on you. So I paid for, you know, the DBS and everything, and before you know it, I started working as a healthcare assistant. Like, oh my god, I was making my cool cash. Oh my god, like I said, pounds is sweet to spend. Anyway, so I was working, I was schooling, everything was fine, and you know, it was going and going and going. I had like the sweetest clients ever. The only thing that I didn't like about that was that I sort of got emotional, because a lot of them, or most of them, you know, most of them died. At least I can count about 3 people that I know that died, and they were like my main client, like the main people that I go to every single day, you know, going there every single day, caring for them. I felt like I know them, you know, personally. They were just very, very sweet people, and you know, they passed on. You know, they were already on end of life, and you know, they passed on, like I said. And so the job started becoming it started becoming stressful for me, sort of. Not stressful in the terms of, oh, this job I'm doing is taking so much of my time and so much of my mental capacity. No, it was just stressful because, you know, I'll care for somebody for like 2, 3, 4 months, and the next minute they are gone, and then I get to be given another client, and before you know it, again they are end of life and they are gone. So it was just messing up with my emotions, sort of. So anyway, I kept just doing it just to, so it went from a phase of me doing it and enjoying it to getting to earning, you know, to earning well, to a stage where I was just doing it to just sustain myself, or to just survive, you know. Anyway, so I kept on doing it, and I was with this one client that I was not really going to so I was going to this client every single night, or maybe 2 or 3 nights in a week, and I was sort of enjoying it. Okay, so I would go to this client 2 to 3 nights in a week. So I would go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the following, okay, let me explain, let me move back a little bit. So when I got to this stage, like I explained earlier, I started looking for another job, and I got another job. Now, when I got this job, it was paying a whole lot more than my healthcare assistant job, and I'm like, okay, finally, I'm doing something that is very, very related to my field of study, and I was very, very happy about it. But I couldn't just, because of the way I was attached, this is my client, I couldn't just, you know, walk up to my agent and to my agency and say that, okay, I'm no longer working here, or you know, I no longer work here, I don't want to work here anymore, you know, just because I had gotten, you know, a 9 to 5. I'm like, okay, how is this going to play out? How am I going to do this? And so let's assume today is Monday. I go to work 9 to 5. So by 7 p.m. ish on Monday, I start preparing to go to my client's place in the evening. So I'll go to my client's place around, so I leave my house around 9 p.m, get to my client's place before 10, get settled, and then stay with my clients from 10 p.m. up until 6 a.m or 7 a.m ish. So just basically what I was doing wasn't so much, but just looking after my clients while they were sleeping. And I would I'll get up to get coffee and all of that. So imagine me working around the clock. So that happened Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So the only time I had to hit my bed was just Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. So imagine me working around the clock Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. You can imagine, just think about how exhausted I was, or I was feeling. So I got to another point where I'm like, okay, I really can't do this anymore. I can't kill myself. I can't kill myself. Like, I really can't do this anymore. What am I going to do? So I really know what to do. Like, I felt like if I had gone to my client to say, I don't want to work here anymore, work to my agency, I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have peace of mind, But at the same time, I needed to focus on my 9 to 5. Guess what happened? So my client, okay, like I said, my client began to deteriorate. Like, she began to have, I don't know if it was dementia or I don't know what happened, but she began to lose sight of the people that she knew. So I had occasions where my clients would see me in the middle of the night and she'd be like, oh, who are you? And and then I'll just try to reassure her and calm her down and say, oh, it's me, it's Ade, remember me, I'm here, I'm your carer, I'm here to take care of you and all of that. So I try to reassure my clients and then they calm down and all of that. So my clients was getting to that stage and it was just getting harder and harder every day. And I'm like, God, like, this is happening again. Like, I don't want to lose this client like I did with my other client. Like, why is this happening again? But I guess it's old age and all of those things. Anyway, so that started happening to my client. And while I was thinking that, God, okay, I don't want to leave my client, I want to focus on my 9 to 5. I'm exhausted from combining the two jobs. What am I going to do? So while I was thinking about that, my agency called me up one day and said, Ade, you wouldn't be going to this client again. Okay. Part of me was happy and part of me was like, why? What did I do wrong? So I was asked to see them at the office, and then I went to walk to the office and I went to see them, and I'm like, okay, why is client XYZ, why doesn't she want to see me anymore? Why are you stopping me from going there and all of that? And I was told that my client said she sees me in a dream. Like, fam, seriously, I was told my client sees me in a dream. So, and that just meant that, so what that meant for our family was, okay, maybe this carer shouldn't come anymore, maybe she'll stop seeing her in a dream. So that was how I was stopped. That was how I lost my the very, very last care assistant job that I did in the UK. That was how I lost that job. And I was just, so my agency did not say, oh, you're fired or anything. No, because they know that those are medical conditions that happens to clients as as they deteriorate and all of that. So I was told that they had clients or more clients, not where I lived, outside where I lived, like in other far places. And I told them I couldn't go that far, and they were like, okay, no problem, when we have other clients around the area, we would let you know. And that's how I stopped, without quitting the job and without hurting my clients by saying, oh, I don't want to work here anymore. And my peace was intact. Like, see the way God just worked everything out for me. So I now had time to like focus on my 9 to 5. And yeah, that's it. That is the gist I have for you today. Anyway, I really hope that you've enjoyed it and you laughed a little. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, click the share button, okay? And I will see you in my next video. Again, I remain Ade. Continue to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay in God. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.